Deuteronomy chapter 24. Ki qahish itha uba'alah. As a man take a woman, and he lord her, marry her. Wahaya imalohet imatha hen ve'enau. Ki matah bah erwat davar. Wakatablah sefer keritut. Wanatan beyadah. Washilha mibeto. And it shall be, if she find not favor in his eyes, because he hath found in her a nakedness of a thing, and he write for her a record of cutting off, and he give into her hand, and he send her away from his house. Wayashjaha mibbeto wahalaka wahayata leisha acher. And she go out from his house, and she become for another man. Ushaneah haisha hacharun. And the other man hate her. Wakatablah sefer karitut wanatan beyadah washillah mibbeto. And he write for her a record of cutting off, and he give into her hand, and he send her away from his house. O ki yamut haish hacharun atr lqahalo litha. Or if the other man die, which took her to him for a woman. Lo yukal ba'alah haryashon atrashillah la thub liqahatah lihyot lo litha achare atrahutama. Her lord, the first one, shall not be able, the one which sent her away, to return to take her to be for him for a woman, after that she hath been defiled of herself. Ki to'evahi lifnei Yahweh, because it is an abomination before Yahweh. V'lo tahati et harish. Atar Yahweh Elohecha noten lecha nahala. And thou shalt not cause the land which Yahweh thy God is giving to thee for a possession to sin. Ki qahish itha hadatha. As a man take a new wife, a new woman, lo yeche bashava, he shall not go out in the host. V'lo ya'avor alau l'kol davar, and it shall not pass over him for any word or matter. Naqi yihyeh leveto shana ehad. Free he shall be for his house 1 year. V'shimach et ithato atralaqah, and he shall make his wife which he hath taken happy. Lo yahbol rehaim warakab. One shall not take millstones or an upper mill as pledge. Ki nefeshahu hovel, for he is taking a soul as pledge. Ki imate yishgone v'nefesh mechayu mibnei Yisrael v'hita'amer bo umakaro, As a man be found stealing a soul from his brothers, from the sons of Israel, and he is treating him as a slave, or he sell him, that thief shall die, and thou shalt burn away the evil from thy midst. Hishamar benega hatharat lishamur mod والعشوط ككل أطر يورو إثكم حكوهنيم حلويم كاتر ثويتيم تشمرو العشوط. Be thou watchful concerning the plague of the leprosy, to watch exceedingly and to effectuate like all that the priests, the Levim, teach you, like what I have commanded them. Ye shall be watchful to effectuate. Thakor et atra ashaya v'Eloheka Miriam. Remember thou what Yahweh thy God effectuated to Miriam, Baderek, Beshetechem Mimthorayim, in the way in your coming out from Mithraim. Ki tashebere'aka mashat muhuma lo tavoh elebeto la'avot avoto. As thou lend to thy neighbor a lending of anything, thou shalt not go to his house or enter his house to take a pledge of his pledge. Bahuth ta'amod, in the outside thou shalt stand. Wahaisha atra atta no shevo yoshi elaka et ha'avot hahutha. And the man which thou art lending to him, he shall bring out to thee the pledge to the outside. And if he be a poor man, lo tishkav ba'avoto, thou shalt not sleep by means of his pledge. Ha'thebtathi velo et ha'avot kavoh hashemesh. Returningly, thou shalt return to him the pledge as the sun is coming down. V'shakab v'shalamato v'verkecha, and he shall lie in his garment, and he shall bless thee. Ulaka tihiyestadaka lifneya v'Eloheka, and for thee it shall be righteousness before Yahweh thy God. Lo ta'ashuk shakir ani ve'evayon, thou shalt not oppress a hired one, poor and needy. Me'acheka o migereka atrbarshaka bithrareka, from thy brothers or from thy sojourner which is in thy land, in thy gates. Biomortit teneshakaro velo hatavo alai hashemesh. In its day thou shalt give his hire, and the sun shall not come down upon it. Ki anihu, because he is poor. Ve'elau hu noshe et napsho, and to it he is one lifting up his soul. ולא יקרא עליך אלא יהוה, והיה בך חטא. Lest he cry out on account of thee to Yahweh, and it be a sin for thee. לא היו מתו אבות על הבנים. Fathers shall not die on account of sons. ובנים לא היו מתו על האבות, and sons shall not die on account of fathers. איש בחטאו יומתו. A man in his sin, they shall die. לא הטעת משפט גר יתום. Thou shalt not bend the judgment of a sojourner or a fatherless. ולא תחבול בגד אלמנה. And thou shalt not take as pledge the garment of a widow. وذكرت כי עבדך היית במצרים. And thou shalt remember that thou wast a bondservant in Mithraim. ויפדך יהוה אלוהיך משם, and Yahweh thy God redeemed thee from there. על כן אנוכי מצווך לעשות את הדבר הזה. On account of this, I am one commanding thee to effectuate this word. כי תקצור קצירך בשדך, as thou art reaping thy harvest in thy field. ושכחת עומר bashada, and thou forget a sheaf in the field. Lo tasub leqahato, thou shalt not return to take it. Lager layatom walalamana yeh, for the sojourner, for the fatherless, and for the widow it shall be. למען יברכך יהוה אלוהיך בכל מעשה ידך, for the sake that Yahweh thy God bless thee in all the work of thy hands. כי תחבוט זיתך, as thou beat thy olive. לא תפאר אחריך, thou shalt not go over it after thee. לגר ליתום ולאלמנה יהיה, for the sojourner, for the fatherless, and for the widow it shall be. כי תבצור כרמך, as thou gather thy vintage or vineyard. לא תעולל אחריך, thou shalt not glean after thee. לגר ליתום ולאלמנה יהיה, for the sojourner, for the fatherless, and for the widow it shall be. וזכרת כי עבדך היית בארץ מצרים, and thou shalt remember that a bondservant thou wast in the land of Mithraim. על כן אנוכי מצווך לעשות את הדבר הזה. On account of this, I am one commanding thee to effectuate this word.